Hi friends, welcome to our channel. In this video, I am going to discuss how we are going to install Coolify on AWS EC2 instance and then configure custom domain name in Cloudflare so that we get a SSL symbol while we are browsing or we can see the secured connection when we are browsing the Coolify instance via a custom domain name. Actually, I was trying to test out some app in Coolify. Like I just want to install Coolify and then want to test some apps in that one. But it is very difficult in order to set up. There is no direct documentation, even though it is there, but we can't be able to get it correctly, especially on Cloudflare. So I struggled a bit, and then I finally figured out how we can do that one. So in this video, I will show you how we can do that and getting set up properly, so that this can also be used in production settings, because we are using EC2 instance as a server. In that EC2 instance, we can have firewall groups. In the security group, we can have a firewall, and then those things can be set up. That is up to you. But the basic setup, I will show you how we can install Coolify in AWS, and then having a custom domain name pointed via Cloudflare. Yeah, stay tuned. Hi, now let's go on to the demo. So I'm in EC2 dashboard. I will show you step by step how we can install Coolify first in the EC2 instance, and then we will go to Cloudflare for the custom domain name settings. So now I'm in the EC2 dashboard. So let us give a name. I will go with Ubuntu. So instance type, I will select actually let me go to Coolify docs. Okay, so this is Coolify documentation. If you go to installation, you can see this, the minimum requirements. So we are going to use Ubuntu. The minimum requirement CPU 2 cores, memory 2 GB and storage 30 GB of RAM. So for that, I will go with T2 large. So what they say, it is 2 cores. Yeah, so T2 large is sufficient for us. We'll go with T2 large. And then key pair name required. Okay, so this one, I already have a key pair. So I'm going to just ask that one. Or else, like, let us create a new one. Okay, so Coolify demo keeper, create. So leave the it will take some time. I will come back and show you the remaining process. Now the EC2 instance is running, and I can able to connect the EC2 instance via SSH using a cursor. I'm using cursor as ID here. So now I will show you step by step how we can install, and what, like, before installation what are things have to be done, and then after installation what has to be done, and we will see the demo. So now I'm in the cursor. So I already connected to the EC2 instance. I'll create a new folder here. Okay, so this is a new folder. Open a new terminal. So let us just first update the system. This is a fresh system. I didn't install anything. I'm just updating it. So once we do the update and upgrade, then we will try to install Coolify. Let us wait for some time. It will go doing upgrade. So in the meantime, I will grab the curl command now to install Coolify. Okay, so the upgrade was done successfully. Let us go to the folder we have created. Okay, so now I will copy paste the command to install Coolify. Okay, so insufficient disk space. Okay, I don't know whether it will install or not. So it gives a warning. Okay, so this is just demo. Okay, let us see whether it installs or not. If not, we need to increase the disk space and then we need to install, but let us wait. So I will pause the video now and then I'll get back to you once it is done. So finally we saw this congratulations message. So that means like it was successfully installed, even though it's shown a warning at the beginning, like because we exactly at 30 GB, that is what recommended by them, but we need to give some extra space in order to for the OS, all the stuff, other stuffs. So I was skeptical about whether it will install or not, but successfully it installed. So finally we got the congratulations message, and it says like we can access the Coolify through a public IP. So I will copy this one. I think you can able to see. Let me so even though it says it installed successfully, now you can see we can't able to open the Coolify front end. So why? Because we need to open the ports back in security groups in AWS EC2 instance. I'll show you how to do that one. So if you go to EC2 instance and then go to security and then need to open the security group. So let us open the edit inbound rules. So add rule. So right now I will open from anywhere the particular, so we need to open 80, and then I also want to open 443 from anywhere. So IPv4. Okay, once it is done, I hope it will open. Still it is struggling to open. Let us open 8000 as well. Okay, I open all the necessary ports. Let us see. Yeah. So make sure you open 8000 port. That is important in security groups if you are using AWS EC2 instance, or else if you are using any other cloud provider in the firewall, you need to open the 8000 port. So that is the first step. So now we opened the 8000 port, and then now we are going to create a master admin account. So let us create a master admin account here. Okay. Sorry, I have to let's create a password here. I hope it will be used to password connect is one uppercase. Okay. Okay. Skip onboarding, get started. Okay. So you can skip onboarding. So it gives some onboarding, like how we can actually use the UI. I think you can go with that one, but for right now we'll close these things, the pop-ups. Okay. So this is the pop-up, like you need to do these appropriate configurations in order to be in the production. But right now our goal is to see how we can use a custom domain and have those settings in Cloudflare, so that whenever we hit that domain name, it will point to Coolify. So now, if you go here, there are a lot of settings, like you can see the dashboard. This is a local, you should not delete this one. This is actually where the Coolify is running. So once you go to projects, you can add new projects and add whatever app you want to add. But right now, first we go to the settings. So in the settings, you can see the instance settings. So this one we need to change. So this is how it gives the direction for this particular Coolify instance from where it was pointed to. So now if I go to DNS records, so I have one domain called PaaS.xyz. We need to port the first we need to add the records here. So I will add the record, a record. So this one will be so I will give this IP address of the EC2 instance. Okay. Save. Okay, and then I will add one more record. So this two, so I will remove this one, I don't need this. Okay, so this one, okay, the option is not gone. Okay, so now this one, so we have this particular PaaS.xyz pointing to this particular IP address. This is the IP address of EC2 instance, and also all subdomains I need to point to this particular IP address, because whenever you install any app in Coolify, it will have it will map to the subdomain. So that will also show you how you can map to it, and it will automatically generate. So all those things will be added, and then finally it will be with that subdomain we can call the Coolify, the particular app. So now once we go to Coolify, we need to add here HTTPS. So this is the first setup we need to do, and then so now we need to save it. So we save this one. Let us see whether we can able to access it. Now should be able to access it. So before that we will go to SSL and go to configure. We will have full and then save it. Okay, and then go to DNS. So DNS we have okay. Let us try to access it. See, so we can able to configure it, and then it is directly pointing to the domain. So now you can see the domain name here, fastbit.xyz./login. So now if I go to my email ID and then I can able to log in. So I think, yeah, so this is what I want to show you. Yeah, so if you're not able to see the, so now you can see, I think now you can able to see the thing. Okay, wait, just give me a second. Okay, I need to drag down so that you can see that one. So I drag it a little bit down. I already logged in, so that it allows me to later log in, so I can log out, and then if you want I can log in again. I have to close these things. Okay, I log out. So yeah, so this is what I want to show you today. But apart from that, if you want to install any app, okay, so let us see how we can do that one. So we go to projects and then add a project. So I want to install and to test WordPress installation so that it will be correctly mapped to the domain. So let us do the, okay, so it is already there. Okay, WordPress production. Okay, so before that I will go to the servers and then go check the localhost and wildcard. So if you click on this one, you can see the wildcard domain allows you to receive a randomly generated domain for your new application. So if you don't have any proper domain name there, it will randomly assign a domain name. If you set up, like for example, if you set up our domain name, for example, fastbit.xyz as a wildcard domain, the applications will use domains like the random ID dot your domain. So it will be actually subdomain. So now I will give as a wildcard domain. So we can save this one. Okay, save it. Okay, so now we saved this wildcard domain. So what this will do is that whenever we create an app, there will be a subdomain attached to this wildcard domain. Okay, so that no need to do or no need to change for each and every app. So that we will test it in the WordPress one. So I go to the WordPress, add new resource, and so here are the apps you can install. So this is the beauty about Coolify. So there are a lot of apps, like with one server. This is simply like a Vercel or Heroku, where you can deploy the apps, and then everything will be under your control, and you don't want to spend much time. So this can be used for development and testing, but also in production level. So that's why I just tried in AWS EC2, so that we can have production grade security level. And also if you want to use within a VPC, that is also possible. Since once we are in AWS cloud environment, then that's up to you, like how you want to design the architecture. So these are the apps we can use. So there are a lot of apps you can go through. Most open source apps are there. Let us have the WordPress first. So I have the WordPress without database, and there are options here like with MySQL and MariaDB. So I will go with the MariaDB. Okay, so here one more setting we need to do. So this link, so if you see that fastbit.xyz is already mapped, since we put this wildcard domain name in the server. So now I will just remove this, and then WordPress.org. Okay, save it. Okay, we saved it. So now we need to deploy. So I press deploy. So the beauty is you can see the logs as well. So what is doing at the back end, So once it is done, then we will try to browse the WordPress website. I hope we can able to browse it via wordpress.fastba.xyz. Let us see. I think it will take some time because it has to install WordPress and then MariaDB and then all the configuration it has to do. So I will pause. Yeah, it says started. Let us see whether it has been started on. So it says running. So now I try to access this using a subdomain. It has to correctly map. Let us see. WordPress.xyz. Connection is not secure. Okay, so now we need to let us add the record. It should correctly work now. Let us give some time. Okay, is this okay, HTTPS links, HTTPS, okay. Let us try to access it directly first. If it can able to access it, then there is no issues in. Okay, so what will be the dashboard can be accessed? Okay, so for WordPress, will there be any special settings? Let us see. I just need to go through the documentation and I will provide you the update. Hi, finally figured out like I did some mistake in the typo in DNS records in Cloudflare. So here I typed FastBA instead of FastBA to FatBA, so that's the problem here. So now what I did was that I corrected that typo and then I tried to reinstall another project, that is WordPress demo. Okay, let me see. Okay, WordPress demo here. So once I install, like it give this particular URL, I given wordpress2.fastba.xyz. so when I go to that particular URL, it correctly pointed to WordPress admin panel, where this is the first step in your installing. We need to install the we need to set up the admin panel. So keep in mind, like this is the DNS records how you have to configure. One is for FastBA, like for your domain name, and then start.fastba do a domain name, so that all the subdomains will be passed correctly. I tried to make the proxy grayed out like just a DNS only, but still I get SSL certificate connection is secure. I think you can play with that one, but this is the final thing, like how you can map the domain name using Cloudflare to your EC2 instance. So I hope you like the video. If you get any value from this video, please like the video and subscribe. Thank you.